What's going on, everyone? In this Lonely Saguaro video, Thomas Hawley and I explore a small canyon with 6 Anasazi ruin sites in southern Utah. These sites were most likely built around the 1100s, and like most of the sites in the area, were abandoned in the 1300s. The first site is only a few walls built up against the cliffside, but still a sight to see, with plaster still intact and even a small log molded into one of the walls. You can only wonder what the purpose of this log may have been. The second site sits inside a small cave with a few decent walls and rooms still intact. In fact, you can see some fingerprints in some of the remaining plaster. This ruin also seems to be multi-leveled. They had some ruins in the lower section of the cave and up in the upper section of the cave. There's also a fair amount of walls that are still buried in the dirt. You can only imagine how many people lived in this ruin in its prime. The third site also has some magnificent rooms, one with much taller walls than the rest. Maybe at one point in time this room with the taller walls had a small second story. The fourth and fifth sites were a little more exposed to the elements, and not much remains of these sites, besides a few small walls and borders of what used to be. The last site is within a massive cave with a pretty sweet view. Unfortunately, most of the ruins in this cave are just small walls or are buried in the dirt. But there are a few things that make this site stand out from the others. There are the immaculate hand pictographs, There were also smoothed out areas in the rock where they would use grinding stones to smash up grain and other food, and in the more shallow, narrow grooves, they would sharpen things such as arrows and other objects.